out again for another paranormal adventure. Tonight we're out with Martin from MartinsHauntings, and tonight we're going to check out the South Wheal Francis Mines, which is also known as locally as the Great Flat Lobes. And the South Wheal Francis Mine has been here in some fashion since 1720, so it's up there with some of the oldest mines in the whole of Cornwall. So this mine will have had lots of different owners over the years. One of the last owners to have it was Lady Frances Bassett. Not sure the family owned the mine all the way up to the time of its closure, which would have been in 1918. That being the year the First World War ended, maybe. No, or was that 1915? Or did it start in 1915 and end in 1918? I'm not too sure. But this is quite an epic looking building. We're going to do our paranormal investigation from in here at some point of the night. I think I read the First World War contributed to the closure of the mine because the people that would have worked here were drawn off to fight in the war, and so were the horses. They'd all been sent to the front line. So we'll be back here soon. This is the winding engine house. There's quite a lot to see up in South Wheal Francis. Over there, that building I was looking at the beginning, that's known as the Dry. It's where the miners would have got ready for work at the beginning of the day, and then they would have got clean and got all off their dirty clothes and put on the clean clothes to go home. And this building over here, it's a really cool one. Not sure where Martin is, lost track of him. Let's see what this one's called. I can still see the plaque. Oh, there it is. This one's the boiler house. So we'll come back here at some point in the night. I think the mine shaft is round here. There he is. You can't see down there, everyone, but it's probably 100 foot down or more. So it's making my legs feel a bit funny standing on here. I'll try and shine a light down there later when I get my head torch on. I think there's a plaque around here which tells you what that shaft is called. I think that might be the compressor house. As you can see, a lot of these buildings around here are really big. This one's got these openings all the way through to the other side. For some reason, I'm not sure what they're for. This is a pumping engine house. You can look down into the mine shaft from this way as well. So this is the Marriott shaft. I will not be sticking my phone through the bars this time to get a better look. I do not want to lose my phone. But that's a very, very long way down. I need to get a selfie stick or something so I can get a proper better look down there one day. These walls are pretty huge, pretty epic. You see Cambrai over there. I have to go up there one day. Again, Right, let's head in this one. Martin's probably down this way. Thinking, where is he? I think this is the one he said we'll start off in. Oh, there he is. This one you said we'll start off in, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I was here, a lot of banging noises.
Is it the compressor house?
And then
Yeah.
I felt like someone was walking towards us, and I captured a shot where there was a face right here, like peering in.
It'd be cool if we can catch a something like that tonight.
Yeah.
So this is the compressor house. I'm not really sure what that means or what they would have done here exactly. Compressing the ore.
I would say so.
Yeah. And then making it finer so that then it'd be sent off. Put onto the train.
Yeah.
And would have gone on the train through the tunnel. We were just out most likely. So there is another thing over here. That blocky looking structure. There might be another plaque around here that tells us what this one is. Only a little one. A little plaque. It says the ore bin base. Is this where they would have stored ore and kept the ore? Feels nice and warm in there. You can imagine it's going to be a bit creepy up here when it gets dark.
It's going obviously straight, like, right here with us now.
There seems to be some sort of energy here with me and Martin right now. We started asking about some of the people that might have been killed in accidents up here at South Wheal Francis. Two of the recorded deaths that took place here. One was a William Hand, and another was we're not sure of how to pronounce the name, but it might be Vern or Wern Gundy.
I'm going to say bloody Ted Bundy.
If we do have a William here with us tonight, could you please go in? The EMF meter is going off. It's going straight up to red at the moment. It hasn't stopped.
No.
So if we do have a William or a Wern here with us tonight, if you are standing next to the EMF meter, could you step away from it, please? We appreciate you making the light go up to red for us, but if you could step away from it for a moment, then we might know that there is actually somebody here with us tonight.
You tell us your name. Could you tell me the year you worked here? Are you happy that we're here?
One of the first things we got through the necrometer was foretells death.
Back before and listen.
And back before, we're not sure. It feels like they're giving us a warning, telling us to be careful, maybe.
Smoke.
I just heard a knock over there, mate.
Did you?
In that corner.
Smoke. Stomach. Okay. Interesting.
It was either a knock in that corner, or I think it might be my bag. I think it might be my bag, maybe, actually. I'm gonna put it.
That's just me setting up the cat balls. So.
Well, I'll put it down. I need to.
We came to the EMFs just going.
I need to get my EMF meter.
Your KT's going.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? As soon as I put it out, it started going mad.
Yeah. Do you remember me?
We've both got our EMF meters out, and they're both going crazy.
Yes. Are you happy that I'm talking to you? Yeah. Thank you.
Who's here communicating with us?
Do you remember my name? Do you remember my name from before? Can you say my name?
Sort of weird noise in the background. I don't know what that was.
Get out. I'm Martin.
And I'm Sean.
Just had you, are you? Very smart. Martin again.
So we're both, well, I live in Wheal. Not too far away. So do we have a William or a Wern with us tonight? Or is it a Vern? Vern Gundy and a William Hand. William Hand was a gentleman who was killed in here in an accident in the, maybe like 1843, something like that. William Hand was killed when a metal bar that holding open a door because it was a windy day. The bar somehow managed to get blown out by the wind and then down the mine shaft that William Hand and two other gentlemen were ascending from. And the bar hit William and killed him instantly and injured the two other men that were with him. So I've just shimmied up these concrete steps here. They're not really steps. I've got to watch these gaps up here and this big drop in the middle. I don't know how far that would be. 15 foot down maybe. So be careful around those edges. We're still in the compressor house at the moment. I've got to be careful to watch my footing around here. There's a massive drop around here. And if you didn't know where it was, you could accidentally slide down and get stuck. And you won't want to fall down there in the middle of the dark and get wedged in one of those gaps. Down there. Wouldn't be pleasant. Anybody that's here tonight with me and Martin, if you'd like to communicate with us, we mean no harm. Yeah, Martin's down there. Make sure I watch where I'm stepping every moment. I want to fall down there. This one seems a bit steeper. If there is anybody here with me and Martin tonight, could you please tell me what this building was for?
You make a banging noise. Can you walk towards us?
Maybe tell me and Martin what this big drop here, this pit would have been. Would this have been a cataract pit like in the other engine houses? I thought I heard a yes come through the necrometer there. The atmosphere is certainly beginning to change a bit here tonight. So we're going to do our next part of our paranormal investigation from this engine house. Is that a plaque up there? No, that's just a metal plate, round plate of some kind. There might be one round here that tells us the name of this engine house and the possible shaft that's around here. Maybe it's around the other side. Make sure I don't trip over that mound. These mine shafts, some of them have got the metal grates over them so you can look down inside them. Even though you can, they make my legs go funny. Ooh, I can't see a plaque on this one. Maybe inside.
Okay, here, there, don't know.
Ooh. Around the entrance.
Poor. Poor.
That one's a bit too worn. I can't
Let's
really.
start a conversation.
Is that what I just said?
Yeah.
And me and Martin have just got into this engine house, and one of the first things we got through the necrometer is let's start a conversation. So if there is anybody here tonight and you do want to start a conversation, my name's Sean. That's Martin. We come up here tonight, we mean no, and we're not going to cause any harm to any of the buildings around here tonight. We come up here to communicate with anybody that feels like they want to communicate with us. Maybe tell us why you're still here in this place. Tell us your stories. And if you do want to communicate with us, you can communicate with us with some of the devices we have here tonight. There's one over there. We might be able to hear any voices or messages that you want to give to us. You can maybe let your presence be known by banging on one of the walls. You could even maybe show yourself to us. Or if you move through the green lights that are shining near the entrance, we might be able to detect your movement, because we'll see you moving over the lights. It should be pretty clear to us.
I can send you signs.
If you could send some signs to me and Martin, we would appreciate that.
She will not. Who's she?
Could you tell us the name of the building that me and Martin are in at the moment, please? Or maybe tell us your name. Do we still have a William or a Vern or a Wern here with us tonight?
Kelsey.
Do we have a Kelsey here with us at the moment?
Intense visions.
What do you mean by intense visions? Do you mean intense visions of the past? Something like that, maybe? Does me and Martin being here tonight, does that make you remember the past? If that's true, could you tell us through the necrometer, please? Maybe speak into the phone. It's the device I hold in my hand. Mine's got his lights out here, so if we can detect any potential spirits that might move through the entrance of the engine house. So if there is anybody here tonight, you can let your presence speaking through this device here, which is in this window. You can tell us your name. Maybe tell us the name of the building that we're in at the moment. Maybe tell us the name of the mine or name of the town that you used to come from, that you used to live in when you was alive. If you have enough energy, you can maybe move this little ball on the floor. It's a cat ball. If you move it with your finger, you have to move it quite hard. The light will go off and that will show us that there's somebody here with me and Martin. no activity on the EMF meters here at the moment.
No, it's just a bit quiet, isn't it?
In the compressor house, they were going off crazy. They wouldn't stop. Instantly up to red. Did you say the Pasco shaft?
It said don't leave then.
We're not going to be leaving at the minute. If there's a Jane here with us tonight and you'd like to communicate with us, you could communicate with us through these devices. Do you have anything you would like to tell us?
Focus again.
We've had focus come through twice now. What do me and Martin need to focus on? What do we need to be focused on right now?
He doesn't what? He doesn't like people.
Who doesn't like people?
Could you make the devices go off for me, please? It's getting a bit aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's the negative presence that with us? Who is with me and Martin at the moment?
Get out.
I heard that very clearly. If Jane's still here with us, could you tell us who is it that wants us to leave? Who is getting angry with me and Martin being here tonight? Was it someone who was in charge of the mine? Or this part of the mine? Maybe they were a nasty person when they were alive and they like to control people and they still feel like they have ownership of this place. They just get angry when they feel like people are intruding. It was quite quiet when we got in this one, but started getting more active. Started feeling like we're not wanted in this one.
No, it seems a bit aggressive.
Right, me and Martin we're approaching the compressor house again. Oh crap, I just walked in a puddle. Right. We're gonna go and check out the dry maybe. I'm going to scramble up there and have a look in the iron ore bin. I'm going to go and look at what's known as the miners' dry. It's where the miners would have got ready at the beginning of the day, and then once they were finished with the day they would have gone there and maybe had a shower, got on their clean clothes and then went home. So this is the engine houses that's got.
So it's the pumping house. It's a pumping engine house, this one.
So this is a pumping engine house, and we're next to what's known as the Marriott's shaft. Whoa. Nearly lost my balance then. So there's a little window you can look through down here. I was here earlier on. Make sure and watch where I'm standing. Don't want to lose my balance, fall down one of these sides. It says there, this is the Marriott shaft. It goes, I'm not quite sure how far down. But quite a long way down. I'm not sure if this would have been the mine shaft that Paul Werner Gundy might have fallen to his death. So maybe if William Gundy or Werner Gundy is still here in this place, he might be able to communicate with me and Martin through some of the devices we have here tonight. We just got a voice coming through the necrophonic saying, "Who sent you?" Me and Martin, we come up here of our own, like, on our own, what's the word, volition?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'm not sure if that's the right word, but that's the word that came to my mind. Nobody sent us here. We just come up here tonight with no harm or disrespect. We just want to see if we can communicate with anybody that might still remain in this place. Do we possibly have the spirits of a William Hand or a Verna Gundy here with us tonight?
I think it just said Susan or something.
Or possibly a Susan? Susan, did you used to work at this mine?
My name's Martin.
And I'm Sean. Could you tell us the name of the building me and Martin are at the moment, please? Maybe the name of the mine shaft. So both the EMF meters are going. They're going almost up to red again. We've got them quite far apart as well.
Hi, Red Angel. Yeah, really good. Yeah, getting a lot of responses through the EMF and the necrophonic. Yeah, really good. Thank you so much.
Could you tell us the year that you worked at this mine?
Oh, sure. So yours is still.
Yeah, they're still going off pretty much the same.
Yeah.
We're getting more activity at the this pumping house next to the Marriott shaft.
They're engine houses, my love. From the tin and copper that was here, a lot of spirits, a lot of workers died in this place.
It's quite possible a William or Verna Gundy was killed here.
But the castle I did months ago was Pendennis Castle, which I'm planning to do in a couple of months.
There's two reported deaths here. So the first one would have been a Verna Gundy or Werner Gundy, who was killed in maybe the 1820s when he fell down the mine shaft. He was trying to hand a piece of wood to one of his work colleagues, and I guess he slipped and fell to his death. He slipped 70 or 80 foot. And another reported death here, maybe in 1840s, was a William Hand. He was killed when a metal bar that was being used to prop open a door came loose from the door and somehow managed to fall down the mine shaft. That William Hand and two other gentlemen were coming up at the time, and William was hit in the head and was killed instantly, and the two gentlemen that were with him were also injured. So that might have happened right here. So we do have a William here with us tonight. Would you like to communicate with us, William? Should let your presence be known by... You could go and stand by one of these meters and it makes the lights go from red to green. You can maybe knock on one of the walls. The device I hold in my hand. Sometimes I pick up voices. I hear them back when I listen to the footage. Just gonna walk. It did sound like that. So, do you want Martin to get out of the pumping room, the pumping house? I heard another one over there.
Can you make another bag for us, please?
Sounded like there was a knock in the pumping house and then another one from the compressor house. That's the building me and Martin started off our investigation from.
Throw something, make noise.
Didn't me and Martin just hear you knocking on one of these walls? And if that's so, could you do that again for us, please? heard a sound on the path next to me. Sounded almost like one footstep, or something fell or dropped, like a raindrop. The sky is clear. There's no rain. Did I just hear you walking on this path? If that's true, could you speak through the necrophonic to Martin and say, I'm on the path? Could you do that for us, please? So this is looking down into the Marriott shaft. Oh, I don't like looking down this. Even though it's got this grate here. Makes my legs go a bit funny. See if I can film down into it a bit. It's freaky looking down here. Hello down there. Is there anybody down there that'd like to communicate with me and Martin? If there is, could you use your voice to say hello, please? Was this the mine shaft that William Hand fell to his death?
Make a noise with your voice, throw something. Make a banging noise like you have been.
It's horrible looking down there like that. I can't stay there too long. If it's true that I heard somebody walking on this path a minute ago, could you please do it again for me, please? Maybe walk towards me. I heard a little noise over by the compressor house when I asked that. There's no wind tonight. It's completely still night. There's stars are out. I can hear something over here.
You said good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Sean.
I'm Martin.
It's a pleasure to be communicating with anybody that might be here with us at the moment. But if that's true that we do have somebody here with us tonight, could you please tell us your name so we could address you correctly? I thought I heard something over by the compressor house. I'm going to have a look over here quickly. Did I hear somebody moving about inside the compressor house a moment ago? I thought I heard a rustling or a shuffling sound. I'm pretty sure it wasn't any wind doing it because there is none. Not tonight. It usually is quite windy up here because it's quite an exposed place. So we're going to go in there again in a minute. I could have sworn I just heard something behind me. Hearing weird stuff over there.
What are you getting, bangings?
Just like shuffling sounds inside the compressor house, and then I heard almost like a woman going like
Yeah, I can believe that.
over by the Orbin.
Yeah. What we'll do is, no devices on now.
Me and Martin, we're on our way off the Great Flat Loads out of South Wheal, Francis. We both had a good night investigating here. We've got some good activity in the compressor house, and I've forgotten the name of the other engine house. There's too many around here. But we're going to definitely be coming up here again to do another investigation and be focusing on the winding house. Oh yeah, there's a cool plaque here. Some information about the Great Flat Load and South Wheal Francis. Which is pretty cool. The map of the area. And the legend. It's pretty cool. So before we head out of here, I just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in to watch the video. Me and Martin and my brother, we all appreciate everybody that watches and likes and subscribes. So thanks to everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe to MartinsHauntings too. I'm part of his crew. And stay tuned for more paranormal adventures around Cornwall, because we've got lots more coming up from some cool locations, hopefully. And got lots more cool things coming up too. Maybe some underground mine explorations, which will be cool. So stay tuned for that, everyone. And we'll see you again soon. Right? Bye for now.